Hello everyone, I'm making this video to talk about how awesome the Spoon Collector quest is, with all the notes and hints that you find in it. So there we go. In the video that I've just made about it, I left out the notes just because it's a lot of reading and I wanted to talk about them, I want to discuss them, so I'm leaving it for this video. If you don't look too much around the house, you'll probably not find the notes. You may find the diary, but not the rest. And that is what makes the quest so interesting and so emotional. So there are basically 3 notes, or at least I managed to find 3. And one is a note, one is a letter, and one is a diary, actually. And what you get from reading them is first a little bit of a sad twist to the entire story. And that is, it starts from the first note. In it, you find out that apparently her father and maybe her whole family lived in this house with her. And they witnessed how slowly she turned into a monster. And they didn't know what to do. And so they decided to leave. They went to Kovir, they left this message saying that they will send someone to check in with her once in a while, and that they hope that if someone lifts the curse, she'll find the message and she'll reunite with them once more. So I read that before I entered the house, and throughout the whole quest I had this hope that I'll be able to break the curse and reunite the family. However, the sad part is that it turns out the woman is an old lady. She's, I don't know how old she is, 70 or something, old enough to where her parents are definitely dead, and she's been under this curse for decades. And the other interesting thing is that Master Mirror / Gaunter Odim is behind the curse. Now the curse says that she will not find any company to sit by the table with her, she will not find a spoon to eat with, and no mirror to look at. Initially she blames a herbalist because she started experiencing dizziness and pain, discomfort, and she went to this herbalist, they gave her something to drink, and she thinks that that caused hair growing on her breast. However, it seems that the hair is just another sign of her turning into a monster and not the dealings of the herbalist. Now the final one is the interesting one, and it's a letter. In it, she hires a tracker, I suppose, to find that herbalist and make her provide an antidote. And it says towards the end that if the herbalist did not do that, then the person should find a certain beggar who came to her manor when she was having a party or something, and she thinks that he cursed her. Now later on is revealed that the beggar asked her for food and drink, and she refused to give him anything, instead saying that she would rather feed the dogs. And the beggar had a spoon, and he broke the spoon and apparently cast the curse. And in that, and going back to the letter, when she asks the person to find the beggar, she says that the only thing she knows about him is that he sold mirrors. Now, the whole mirrors and spoons and curse, it just oozes Master Mirror, also known as Gaunter Odim. And to top it all off, Geralt tells this to the Major Domo. There is the Hearts of Stone soundtrack playing in the background.
She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons and make her look at her reflection.
If it were any other game, you would probably just fight the monster, get its salivary glands or whatever, and go back and continue the main story. But here, there is such a huge segue, so much atmosphere and backstory and hints, and it's just wonderful, wonderful. So that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more Witcher 3 videos.